slick 1911. You can't feel that, can you? You're gonna have to watch, let me tell you about it. Okay guys, gals, welcome to the hideout today. We're back at the crib, the place, it's happening, the thing, and we're going to talk about 1911. But before we do, I got to ask you, please click subscribe, click the little ringy dingy so you get your notification. Click it that you like it, make a comment, let's have some conversation going back and forth, and let's have something we can all enjoy and learn together. So let's get started today. Today we're going to talk about, of course, the 1911. We're going to talk about a Dan Wesson 1911. This was called the Specialist. And you know, I've been fortunate to pick some up lately that I thought I was getting at a fair price. I think I got this one at a fair price. But what we got is another full-size 1911. And we're going to go over it in a little bit of detail because I'm exceptionally pleased with this thus far. I've not fired it, not done anything, just sat and played with it a little bit, and we're going to experiment together with it. You can see it's it's a full size, stainless, brushed, so it ain't just nickel shiny, but it is brushed stainless. I like the color for the most part. A lot of times I stay away from the bright shiny ones because I won't carry them concealed, but with a full size I rarely carry one, and when I do, you know, if you see it, who gives a shit? But anyway, let's look at this one. We got a nice set of sights on the front of it, nice sights, right up on the front. And the back ones you just see are all black. And I really like that because we are removing any white portion of the back, and that way we're just going to bring our focus onto the front part of the sight, which is that night sight. So nice, we got some serrations here up on the front. We got some serrations back here on the back. So, you know, if you guys who want rack slide here, a rack slide here, it's there for both of you. It's all good. It does have a rail on it, which, you know, I'm not a fan of a rail. I don't like to run anything on my handguns except handgun. This one does have one. It also has an ambidextrous safety. You see it on both sides. That's really not my deal either. But I'll tell you what I'm really going to be pleased about this gun with in a minute. We're going to work our way to it. The barrel itself is kind of recessed in there. If you can see it, I don't know. I'm going to try to hold it still just a little bit. It's got kind of a recessed cut on it. The crown's cut down inside. I like that. It's added a little bit more protection to the lands and grooves in there. All good stuff. G10 grips. Nice. Aggressive. Got the cutout here for your magazine release, right here for your thumb to rock and roll on the magazine release. And that's one of the things I want to talk about on this particular one. That magazine release, I'm going to try to roll it a little bit where you can see it. It sticks way out. Now not only does it stick out high, and we're getting how high it sticks up here, it sticks up higher instead of way down low. Not only does it stick up high, it's exceptionally loose. It's like I've done it myself. Someone has paid enough attention to this pistol when they assembled it. That spring in there is not a 25-pound pistol where you take both fingers to do it. You can drop it down with any finger you want. Let's try it. Reach around, drop it with different fingers. I can take it. It's just really easy. It's almost been fine-tuned a little bit. I like it a lot. Another thing I'm really liking is this mag well. Take a look at the mag well, how well it is opened and deep in there. I like that. You know, that's a good sign that we've done a little bit of extra work. We got some nice checkering stripling on the front of it. You see it up here on the front. And we got the same thing here on the back. So we've got a pistol grip on this thing that's going to be quite usable. If your hands are wet or anything else, you know, it's a full size 5-inch barrel 45 ACP. I like it already without firing it. Now one thing is a little bit interesting about this particular one. They didn't get fancy with the trigger. If you look at that trigger, that's just a full, probably what is a full length solid aluminum trigger. Nothing fancy. You think that maybe they could have put skeletonized in it, 2-hole, 3-hole, made it fancy looking, but they didn't. They just left it plain. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that because My finger's covering the damn thing up anyway. So long as it functions good, who cares? I like it. It's got a big memory bump. Got a big beaver tail. It's got that skeletonized hammer on it that's really done a good job. But here, unfortunately, you guys can't really get into this. When I first started the video, I was telling you, this thing is slick. I mean, it is slick. You know, a lot of times you pick up a handgun and they slide, but the barrel link's catching a little bit, the disconnector's catching a little bit, and it's hanging up. Not this baby. This baby is slick as ice on ice. Really, really smooth, no grit. You know, it's like it's been polished. It's really, I've been impressed with it. And then another thing I'm impressed with, thus far, I'm going to measure it. That trigger seems to be really good. So let's see what we get on it. I'll do a couple times and see, because I'm really, really impressed with the way it feels. And the reset on this seems to be pretty good. So let's go do what we do. Oh man, that is 3.4. 3.4. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this a couple more times, because the guys who've been hanging out there know I like that 4-pounder under trigger. So when I picked this up, I knew it felt good. Let's see how consistent we can get. 3.9. You know, we're well under the 4 pounds. Let's see, come on, baby, come on. 3.8. So let's just do an average of about 3.6 somewhere there. Well, nice trigger. We like it. Reset on it. See if I can get it out there where you can see it. Maybe not. We can zoom in a little bit on it. Hard to do. It went past it. Nice reset. Very little take up. Take up on it is very little. And here's the deal. It's a springy take up, if it makes sense to you guys. It doesn't just fall back to us to where it hits the wall. It's got a little spring to where it hits the wall. So it ain't just like jiggly. It's well done. I really like it. So, you know, I have several Dan Wessons. I've not fired this one. This is unfired. We're going to go shoot it. I expect it to perform flawlessly. This one right here seems to be one of the better out of the box ones that I get. You know, most of the time, most occasions, anybody's going to ask me, what am I going to buy? I will always say a SIG 1911, because the triggers out of the box are usually right under the 4 pound. They're always good 1911s. And a Dan Wesson. And this Dan Wesson just goes to prove again that, you know, so far, admittedly, we've not fired it yet. Man, you know, right in that price range, you're going to do well. Sure, you can get better, and sure, you can get worse. But, man, Dan Wesson Specialist, let's go outside and light it up. Get to go bang, bang, bang. Okay, we've come back inside. Outside, the damn wind's about to blow her skirt up, and that wouldn't be good for YouTube censorship. So anyway, I hope you guys watched. We fired the thing. I shot the 2 magazines that come with it, and then I ran my 3 Wilson Combat 10-rounder ran just perfect. You know, I have a tendency to not oil anything. I did not oil it. It's just as slick as can be. The trigger's really, really nice. The sights, that sight really works out well with that being that way. You know, that black one, and then you got the light colored one contrasting up there, works really, really well. The only thing that I can say that I really didn't enjoy about it is I don't shoot enough full-size ones sometimes, and this one's heavy. This thing goes about 43 ounces, so it's getting on out there, over 2.5 pounds, but it absorbs the recoil well and it does a good job there, and that's what it's all about. We got to remember when 1911s were first built, dudes were still riding freaking horses. You see what I'm saying? Men riding horses. So, handgun for men. I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Ooh, is what I'm saying. Dan Wesson Specialist, man, freaking get yourself one. You'll be proud of it. Keep it for the rest of your life. Pass it on to your family members. Until we get to shoot together again. Shoot safe and shoot straight.